Hello and welcome to the Barrel Roll Newscast for March 16th, 2019. Today we're talking more James Gunn, a college scandal rife through the U.S., No Man's Sky getting a big update, Halo coming to something new, and, of course, Endgame. Stay tuned! Hello everybody. We're not on yet, but then we're on. Hi. I got my buttons confused.
So welcome. The guy who always makes fun of us saying hello too early.
I did, but the thing was on. So technically they could hear me, Brian.
I see.
Welcome to the Barrel Roll Newscast, all the news you need to know. We're talking about game news, movie news, regular plain old random kind of news.
But it kind of...
There's celebrity involved in television and that kind of... There's pop culture involved.
Yes.
Oh, man. I have to...
Do you need a pen?
I need a real pen. I don't know what was wrong with that. That was a bad pen. Either way, let's get to it as I write down things for the next show.
Yeah, one of the biggest kind of... Well, the things that I'm happy about.
This is the big news. This is kind of... They started the week with the thing we're talking about last, but then all of a sudden, yesterday, we heard this lovely news. James Gunn has been rehired for Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
Yeah. So they have reinstated Gunn. Everyone's pretty happy.
I'm happy. But this could have been solved months ago.
Exactly.
Yep. This is one of those things where you just kind of sit there going... I'm confused.
Yeah.
I don't know why it took this long.
Because a lot of people said he was a stand-up guy. Like
everybody did.
But those tweets were long time ago.
Really old. You know, not part of it. Like it. Yeah. I don't know. I really don't know. It's one of those weird things where you just sit there going, I'm confused as to why it took so long for this to happen.
And I haven't heard any backlash against this yet.
No, because everybody's like, there'll be 5 people, they're all at the bottom of that Reddit chain because they're like, you know, how dare they hire him back? Again, like, he apologized for those tweets ages ago. We've talked about this ad nauseum, but my thing is now, like, one person at Disney's really pissed. I can guarantee you anything. Yeah. Like the guy who fired him in the first place is now going like,
sorry guys.
Warfare is the word I'm looking for. But yeah, like it's one of those things where it's just kind of like, that guy's pissed, and you know Kevin Feige's like,
because they had the chance of losing him to Warner Brothers.
Well, they did lose him to Warner Brothers.
Yeah,
it's not a chance. He's still doing Suicide Squad.
But 2. He did. They got him before he kind of, I guess, signed a contract that said
Warner Brothers only seems to do one movie contract. They're dumb.
Oh yeah.
Like they're trying to set up a universe, but at the same time they're like, well, but if it doesn't work with you, we're gonna do it with someone else. And it's just like, why?
Yeah.
Why would you do that?
Yeah.
So either way, he's coming back. The movie's been pushed back now, I believe, to a 2021 release.
Yeah, because he does have to finish
Suicide Squad. He has to actually start and finish Suicide Squad.
Say that 5 times fast.
Start and finish Suicide Squad. 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 Start and finish Suicide Squad.
I think that was 6 times.
Wow, so I overdid it.
You did a very good job. I don't think I could have done
that. So, yeah, very exciting news. James Gunn coming back. Obviously, Dave Bautista will now actually play a larger role.
Yeah. He'll be in the movie.
Yep.
Yeah, all the cast members were supporting him. All the fans were supporting him.
They all supported him with that lovely letter. Dave Bautista was the most outright when it came to.
Yeah. He sounded like he was the most angry.
He was the most angry about the whole thing and the most vocal because
Yeah.
to Dave Bautista, he wouldn't have a job without James Gunn.
Yeah.
Like, Drax is what pushed Dave Bautista into actual
action.
acting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
because he does. I think Dave Bautista does have another movie coming.
He's
out.
got a ton of movies coming out.
That's not Guardians of the Galaxy.
Right, but that's what I mean. He's got a ton of movies coming out, but he's now a mainstream kind of actor.
Yeah.
I'm still not a huge fan of Dave Bautista.
No.
Like, as Drax, he's great because I like the character they've created, but every time he's in a movie, I'm like, oh. You're Odd Job, essentially.
Yes.
Like, you're that character who doesn't really have to talk and just kind of does stuff. And Drax works because it's so dry.
Yeah.
You can't see me. I'm standing so still. Yeah. Like, there's no acting involved.
Yeah. No deep.
Yeah.
Like,
he can be the tough guy. He can be that guy. And he's not as fun as The Rock.
No, yeah. The Rock is...
Like, The Rock aims for fun and has that personality.
Yeah. Dave
Bautista's kind of just Dave. And he might evolve
maybe,
from there.
Yeah. Beginning of his career kind of thing.
Yeah. So, that's exciting. James Gunn back. All of this could have been solved really, really quickly.
Yes.
Unfortunately, it took far too long.
Yes, it did. And then it delayed a lot of production.
And then, everything's now delayed a little bit.
Yeah.
So, either way. Hopefully they don't have to change too much in Endgame.
No, I don't think so. But they said they really wanted him back because this will really help with Phase 4, where it's more in the
cosmic stuff.
I
feel like they couldn't find another director.
That too.
I feel like a lot of people were like, "No, there's a guy that can do this movie for you, and his name's James Gunn."
James Gunn.
I
mean, you're talking about James?
Yeah. Someone posted actually on a Twitter thing going like, someone had posted in January going like, "Can you guys just hire someone for Guardians of the Galaxy 3? Like, my choices are Edgar Wright, Chris Miller, and like the other guy who did Spider-Verse, like those, Chris Lord.
Yeah.
No, Lord and Miller, those two.
Yeah.
Or Taika Waititi, the guy who did that movie.
Yeah.
That film, Thor Ragnarok is the one I'm thinking about. And Edgar Wright was the first one to respond, and he goes, "I'd like to throw another name into the ring," and he's like, James Gunn.
James Gunn.
And Chris Miller, I think, responded, and he's like, "I don't know if he has the gravitas to handle, like, a Guardians of the Galaxy movie." And, like, that's pretty much how, like, all of the tweets went, was all of these guys
Everyone
are going,
was
like, yeah, I think James Gunn would really bring something fresh and exciting to the series. And you're just like, there's a bunch of directors there that are probably, like, they have his back to the point where if they were offered the job, even if Disney didn't say anything or we didn't get those rumors of them saying anything, that they were probably offered the job, like Taika.
Yeah.
Taika was, like, offered the job. He goes, "You guys have a director, you're just too stupid to hire him."
Yeah.
Like, I will do more Marvel movies by all means, but, like...
Just saying.
You have a guy who's written the movie already, you might as well let him direct it.
Yeah.
So...
Voila.
You're welcome, Internet. This is our fault. We did it. We got him back.
Yeah.
It was this show.
You're welcome.
You're welcome for getting James Gunn back. It was all us.
You're welcome.
No, that's a different film. I hope they don't make a sequel to that film.
Oh, they don't need to.
No, as much as I liked Moana, that story is really... That was a one-and-done story.
Yeah.
Unless they
I have no idea what they could do.
Unless they do a weird sequel, but then it's like how Maui became Maui, and then he's just kind of a jerk.
Yeah.
And that's not a fun movie
Lilo
to
and
watch.
Stitch crossover.
And then ages passed. And the descendant of Moana now surfs instead of sails. There we go. So moving on. This one hit the internet pretty hard this week, and I just...
Yes.
There's the big piece of it is Lori Loughlin, who is from Fuller House. And
Full House and Fuller House, I guess.
Full House, Fuller House, and she's in a bunch of Hallmark movies. Like, she had a contract with Hallmark to do movies. She's been fired from everything because of this college scandal that has rocked the nation of the United States of America. Lori Loughlin paid half a million dollars to get her daughter into school
as a rower.
And not just a rower, not just like one of the people who rows.
Oh yeah.
But like the person on the boat who's like stroke. stroke, stroke, stroke. And I need to watch rowing to really understand it. Because, like, that person has to have...
They have to have rhythm.
That's my thing, is, like, it doesn't sound like a heart. Your job is to literally sit there going, like, stroke, stroke, stroke. That person's having a stroke, stroke. But you have to have timing down. You have to be watching everybody, because if someone's screwing up...
everybody.
If someone's screwing up, the whole thing's done. So you have to sit there being like, Jim! Like, like, even if the guy has to take his paddle out of the water for 2 seconds, like, you know...
If you need to take that pause to catch... To
get the rhythm back in, but then both sides have to stop. So, like, there's this whole mechanic to it. But yeah, she got a scholarship to be that person on the boat, on the rowing team.
And she has zero experience.
Zero. Zip.
Zero.
Zilch. Either way, she's lost a bunch of sponsorships now.
Yep.
That she had a daughter
modeling
stuff,
I think.
Also on top of this one, Felicity Huffman paid $15,000 to get her kid into school. Yeah. So the big piece here is I want to know, the kids sort of knew.
Yes.
Because part of it was, like, they were being sent to do, like, their, is it SATs?
Yes.
So part of this whole deal, and the reason that everybody's in trouble, so kind of just covering all the bases here with this, is instead of giving a donation to the school in a, like, mock attempt to be like, oh yes, this new, like, Laughlin wing of the library, and then her daughter happens to get into school.
Yeah.
That didn't happen. What happened is money was given to other people, not the school.
I know, there were like 30 people involved or
50-something.
50-something? It's crazy.
And they faked test results, and they faked scholarships, and they faked all of this stuff. So it was actually...
A lot of fraudulent...
There was a lot of fraudulent stuff going on. Not just... You know what? I'm cool. If you want to donate $500,000 to build a building or to buy a new supercomputer for the school, by all means, let that kid in. You know what? Because they are not going to have any effect on me whatsoever.
And zero success.
Legitimately, like, you sit there going, and I know people are complaining because they're like, I worked really hard and I got good grades and I didn't get into this school, but she did. Well, guess what? It's going to happen because Mama can buy, 8,000 new books for the library or however many new computers. The kid's getting in.
Money runs the world.
It does. And
unfortunately,
again, next year, those grades are going to get you in. So go work at a supermarket for a year, become a doctor a year later than you were planning on doing it. And in the States, you're paying an exorbitant amount of money anyways. To pay for your degrees, which makes zero sense to me. Like, I'm really sorry, but we have world-class post-secondary institutes in our city where you can leave and not have $8,000 worth of debt.
Years upon years of debt.
And $8,000 is low. Like, people leaving the States, like, I look at me, education, people are going into education there and leaving with, like, $60,000 worth of debt and getting paid $30,000 a year. Yeah.
Well, because I think it's like a brand names, right? You're going to a school that's renowned, and then you gotta pay more.
Understand that piece, because again, same thing here is if you have a degree from certain places, it gets you in the door faster. But I still only paid, 10 grand a year.
Yeah.
A year, not a semester. There you go.
Testy.
So either way, like in some of the autobiographies I read coming out of people from the UK, legitimately their thing is like they went straight from high school and they're pretty much fed into like the Oxfords and like again those schools with names.
Yeah.
And they're not expected to do a whole big rigmarole to get in. It's just like you're in.
You're in.
Like, what are you gonna study? What are you gonna do? Okay, now your 4 years is done. Bye.
Bye.
Now, if you want to keep going, now it might cost you some money. Now it might cost you some stuff. Now things might start doing some stuff.
Right.
But again, my big piece to all that is if someone wants to become a doctor, now they're going to become a doctor.
Yes.
Like, that's always my piece to these things is like I don't want a person becoming a doctor because they just have the money to become one and they know they're going to make a fortune being one. I want someone who actually wants to be a doctor.
And to help people.
To help people. Okay, same with, and again, you get the same thing with teaching, is I don't want people teaching who are just there for 2 months off.
Yeah.
And
who want the vacations.
They want the vacations and the this and the that and the everything. I want people in there who actually care about teaching and wanting to do good for kids and all of that stuff. And I feel like having to pay more is cutting out a lot of those people.
Yeah.
Either way, $500,000 to cheat your way into college. And that's exactly what happened. They cheated their way in, which blows my mind. So I want to know how much the kids actually knew, or how much it is very much a like, oh, we're flying you to New York to do your SAT with this like really good proctor.
Yeah.
Because again, people do have like people are sitting there going, well, they had people reading the test to them, and it's like, well, that's a viable thing. There's people who have like a literacy disability.
Yeah.
Where they can answer the questions, they just can't read them.
Read them. Yeah.
So again, you have to ask, what's the test about? Is it about knowledge or is it about reading?
Reading.
Yeah. So that's one of those things where it's like, well, yeah, there's proctors for exams and stuff.
Yeah.
The problem is these proctors are sitting there going like, you know, what is 2 plus 2? 1, 2, 3, 4.
And that's a little like, yeah.
That's cheating.
That's cheating.
Yeah, that's cheating. That's fraud.
Wink twice for you. That's the answer.
Or they were just having the exams written for them, essentially, that kind of stuff. So
don't show up today.
I also want to know how much William H. Macy knew.
Yes. Yeah.
Because Felicity Huffman was the only one who actually got arrested.
Yeah.
He did not.
He did not. Yeah. So, and that's what I want to know is, like, are they going to go to jail for this?
They're in.
Oh, they're in already.
They went. Oh. They got arrested. They were taken away.
Booked away.
Book them, Dano. And like I said, I was talking to some coworkers about this. At least Felicity Huffman has William H. Macy to fall back on.
Yes.
Like Shameless, he's making pretty good dough. You know, he's a well enough actor.
Well,
so if she doesn't get any more jobs, hopefully they are gonna keep it to the point where it's like, William didn't know. Even if he did, you now lie. You don't want both of your incomes going away. So it's one of those things where it's just like, who knew, who didn't, and that's I want to know that. Like, I want to know that deep gossip of like, who knew?
Who knew?
Because could you imagine being that kid who was all like, I've worked really, really hard to the best of my ability. I got into this college that I really wanted to get into. Find
out mom's been paying.
All of a sudden, your mom had to pay $500,000 to get you in.
And now you're getting kicked out.
And it's like,
but I thought I got here on my own.
And I still love the fact, and we talked about this yesterday, Felicity Huffman paid $15,000 to get her daughter into school, and Lori Loughlin had to pay $500,000. Like,
someone got a discount.
Someone either got a discount or someone were real dumb.
Yeah.
Like, someone should not have been going to school.
No. Well, just listen. Did you see the tweets she put out? She's like, finally in college, and like,
oh, MJ gets to partay.
And then she was just taking pictures of of her dorm.
Yeah.
And all the stuff she shipped from Amazon Prime.
Yeah. Well, again.
Bugs me.
That's what Full House money will do.
Hell yeah.
You can just order all the stuff from Amazon that you want.
Make my own Full House.
Yeah, make full of Amazon stuff.
Hashtag ad.
Yeah. Amazon Prime. Sign up now. Either way, it's one of those things where, I ponder and I question and I do things.
Yeah.
I want to know the deep nitty gritty stuff now. Because the other, 48 people involved are the test takers and the coaches for the rowing teams.
Yeah.
Because they clearly took money to be like, yes, Miss Loughlin clearly knows how to row.
We scouted her.
She's on injured reserve for the rest of the year. Season, college,
For 4 years.
Yeah, however long she's here. What? She didn't finish her degree after 4? She needs an extra 2?
Still hurt.
Oh man, that's one bad ankle injury.
Hopefully by that point they would on the side start training her to be like, okay, you need to be this good.
No. Well, and again, because you don't want to as a college to have to throw her in and be like, yeah, that's Lori Loughlin's daughter, and she's at the front of the boat. It's an actual other person who's wearing Laughlin on the back just to we will pay you a buttload of money to pretend to be You're going to act for the actress's daughter. Does that make sense to you? Yeah, I don't know why they couldn't just do this the good old-fashioned way and just give the college a buttload of money and
donate money.
Yeah, donate money, build a new wing,
Yeah.
do a something. Because again, Felicity Huffman, I kind of understand, $15,000. That's not going to get a university a whole lot
No.
that they wouldn't already get from tuition. So
Yeah.
whatever. But if you're dropping $500,000, I feel like that could do something.
Yeah.
And a university would be like, welcome.
Yeah.
Welcome, ma'am.
Welcome.
What do you want to take? We'll make the program for
Yeah.
you. We'll bring in people just for that one. Yeah, rich people do it the old-fashioned way. What's up with being sneaky?
Don't change it.
Like, way to be super illegal about it.
Yeah. Question is now though, how do they write her character off?
Fuller House,
yeah.
She goes upstairs and doesn't come back. Like, that's
legitimately
with Fuller House. It wasn't that she was always on the show.
Yeah.
It can now just be she's on location in wherever,
Yeah,
and now Joey's. Well, she can't move because she's still married to John Stamos.
Oh yeah.
In the show.
Yeah.
It's essentially just like, well, where's Becky? Oh, she's going to visit the boys.
Yeah.
Because again, the show doesn't center around the adults as much. The new season's starting to a little bit more.
Right.
But now John Stamos, it's like, oh, she's visiting the boys.
Yeah.
And then if they do something for the show, because it's the Wake Up San Francisco thing,
Yeah.
it can just be like, oh, here's my guest host, Joey. Well, Rebecca's doing whatever. Rebecca's doing.
Yeah.
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 So they'll find ways.
Yeah.
It's now just people have to be smarter with their writing. For 5 seconds, and then
we have to work harder now.
And then she just never comes back.
Yeah, she just never shows up.
Because again, this is one of those things where you did get caught in a crime. You weren't just tweeting random things. You legitimately
did something ethically, morally wrong.
Yeah, and again, there's all these interviews where it's like, my daughter worked really hard, and you're going, bull, hooey to the bull. Pancake.
Puppy.
Stop causing trouble, please. She's like, I'm going to bring all my toys to Bride.
Oh, okay. That's a weird way to play with that toy.
She's like, this is how I like to play with this. Either way, moving on. Hey, dog, move. No Man's Sky is a game that you've played, and I, for whatever reason, my computer just hates it, so I think I've bought it.
Loss.
I've bought it twice now and had it returned on Steam twice, so I feel like if I buy it again, I'm hooped. There's a big update coming. And this is pretty much turning it into a giant MMO.
Yes.
It's the online update. So you'll actually be playing with other people, random strangers, that kind of thing out in the universe. So there will be quest hubs and all of that kind of stuff getting added to the game. No microtransaction type things. This is a free update. But No Man's Sky is almost the game we were promised.
Almost.
When it was kind of first shown to us.
Too bad we found another game that we like more.
Well, and that's the thing is that's the problem now with No Man's Sky. Pancake is she's like, I'm just gonna be a pain today. That's one of those things is it took so long for No Man's Sky to actually find its footing.
Yeah.
That everybody's like, no, just play this instead.
Yeah, they got another game.
Yeah.
Again, so many games out now.
Well, yeah, like we have Satisfactory that's coming up for us. That's coming out in another 4 days, which to me is there's some more interesting pieces to it. Multiplayer built in right off the bat. Yep. There's pieces to that game where it's like, okay, good.
Yeah.
Whereas, No Man's Sky is just kind of like, oh, it's a game.
It's a game.
Thanks, guys.
Game.
Yep, good stuff. So yeah, big update coming if you are a No Man's Sky person. Definitely, this is... The nice part is at least they're still working on it.
Yes.
They're putting time in, they're putting the effort in, they're doing what they can. So yeah, this is the first of like a 3-part update.
Okay.
So like online is gonna be fleshed in slowly. This is kind of just the first part where it's like, now you'll see people and other ships if you're in the same general area of the giant universe that can be No Man's Sky. Yeah. So that's all I've got for that one because I still can't. Every time I install it, the first time I bought it, because we were all like, let's buy it, and then I bought it, and everybody's like, you know what, never mind, and I'm like,
fine.
So I've like typed into the Steam thing like, bought game, friends didn't want, like, no, they returned my money. Steam's credit. I didn't actually ever play the game. It wasn't installed. Nothing was done. So to their credit, they're like, oh, you bought the game. Oh, I bought the game by mistake. Second time I bought the game, I'm like, I tried playing it for like a good hour and a half. Like I played it right to the brink of the refund policy, and then I was like, it's
doesn't
not
work.
So I
You kept getting a
returned it.
black screen,
Kept
right?
getting a black screen that wouldn't go away. So
Yeah.
So that's what happened. One day maybe I'll try again.
Yeah.
But right now I won't. Speaking of Steam,
Good segue.
thanks. Big news coming this way: the Halo Combat Evolved remastered or whatever it was. The big re-engineering of the first original Halo game is coming to PC on Steam.
On Steam.
And Windows games.
Windows games.
Or games for Windows or whatever they're wanting to call it.
I don't remember.
I don't whatever. Either way, Halo is coming and it's on Steam, which is big news for a lot of people. So I'm not a huge. I remember Halo. I remember Halo 2. I remember going to your place at one point and doing like a giant LAN party 8 billion years ago.
We were in junior high.
And that legitimately was that piece where it's just like, can you sit? Thank you. That was that piece where it's like, oh yeah, Halo's big right now. It's good right now. And then it kind of just kept going. I liked Reach.
Yep.
I liked ODST because the story was not just Master Chief. Like, it's like, oh, we're relying on you. Reach was essentially, you knew everybody was going to die.
Yeah.
So what's this story that's happening? ODST, you're like, oh man, this is that small little troop that gets sent in, and you feel more claustrophobic. Halo just felt like, here's a row of bad guys, let's shoot them. And you're going to win.
Yeah.
Like, Master Chief ain't going to die.
No.
The world is going to get saved. Like,
Master Chief.
Yeah. Whereas Reach, you're like, every time I turn the corner, this could be the last corner. This could be it.
End of game.
End of game. It's like there's a bomb coming and it's gonna hit the ground, and you're like, is this the bomb that kills me? Is this what destroys me? Nope, I saved it from this bomb. All right, we got through this one. What's the next bomb? What's the next big thing? So this one's not a big deal to me. It's a big deal to a lot of people, though, and the fact that it's coming out on Steam is another big piece. Obviously, Valve paid for some exclusivity with the Epic Games launcher at this point, trying to make its footing.
Yeah, lots of memes going around, like Epic's games going, to like Steam with Halo. But like to me,
I feel Epic slowly they're doing their thing. They're not trying to compete at this point. They're just like, hey, we've got our thing.
Yeah.
We're getting certain games that Steam is not.
Yeah.
You know.
Their big one is still Fortnite, I guess.
Is it No, Division 2 is coming out on Epic.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay.
That's their big one.
That's their big
Satisfactory.
Satisfactory.
They're trying to they're trying to slowly plug those games in where it's like, this is ours, and then they're giving away games free all the time, which is crazy. You can get Slime Ranchers right now for free on the Epic launcher. I don't know. There's something about the Epic launcher. I feel like if they build it up properly, it's going to be much better.
I think so.
But we're all just, you look at it and you go, oh, it's missing this, and it's missing this, and it's missing this.
They're relatively young compared to Steam. Steam has been around for ages.
Right. And I mean, I know Epic's been a big company for a long time, but before they just all of a sudden implement, like, sorting of this and this and that and everything, get the store working, get things properly going, because even Satisfactory, I was on the subreddit and people have pre-purchased it and they're like, well, why can't I play it? And it's like, because early access doesn't start till the 19th.
Yeah.
Well, it should say that somewhere, and it's like, it does, but you have to find it on the page. It's not like big and bold and like blunk.
Yeah.
Yes, there are some tweaking that needs to be done. So before we get to the big organizing my games and doing this and doing that, we should probably do that kind of thing.
Stuff.
Even Steam, like, I have a big problem where it's like, I want to play an RPG.
Yeah.
I can't just sort all my games by genre.
RPG, yeah.
In the store, they're sorted that way.
Yeah.
But in my library, I can't just click, like, sort by genre and have it...
Yeah, you'd have to make your own category and then put it in there.
Well, but then I can only put it in one category.
Yeah.
Because I have games that are absolute junk, but then I also want to do playcasts of them.
Mm-hmm.
So I do. I have, like, my junk games that I've put into a thing, but it's like, oh, they'd be good for a playcast because they are so bad. So throw them into both, that would be... No. It can go in one or the other, so it's like... I guess I'll put it in playcast till we play it, and then I'll move it back to junk.
Yeah.
But that's my thing. It's like, I would like to hit a button for co-op games, so I can automatically go like, oh, these are all the games I have that are online co-op.
Yeah.
or online multiplayer or whatever it happens to be. Like, it'd be nice to just hit a button and have it done and not have to sort it myself.
Yeah.
Because I have 600 games.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go through, hit the store button and go, online co-op. Next one.
Yeah.
Not online co-op.
And obviously, all of the games are already tagged. Like, if it
They're
comes
tagged!
out tagged like that in the store,
Yeah.
why can't it continue
Correct.
with
They're
that?
tagged.
So-
They're already there. So I feel like that's an easy peasy
Easy peasy.
click.
Should be
of a
able
button.
to.
Yeah. So yeah, Halo coming to Steam.
Me personally, I don't think it affects
I'm
me
not
much.
getting it.
I'm not a Halo guy.
No.
But,
Yay for everybody who is.
yay.
And obviously Microsoft, with the way they do crossplay, this is probably going to hit a crossplay type thing, because this will be on an Xbox Live or a Microsoft whatever Live.
Well, that brings me to my next question.
Yes.
Is Microsoft moving away from Xbox, from console gaming?
I believe the next Xbox we get, the rumors are already that they're taking away the disc drive, which we kind of already knew, as long as they're not jerks about it like they were the last time. Because again, we've moved into that thing where I own one PlayStation 4 game because it came with my PlayStation 4. Everything else is digital. All my PC games are digital. We've moved to that piece.
Yes.
So as long as we all know it's coming, we're cool. So I feel like the next Xbox is legitimately going to be like, we've built a PC.
Yeah.
It runs a version of Windows that's only meant for gaming and for, multi, like, video and that, like, streaming and,
and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, same thing. They have the pass-through for HDMI.
Yeah.
Like on the Xbox One, you can plug your Blu-ray player through your Xbox One or your cable through your Xbox One to get to your TV.
Yeah.
So it becomes that multimedia center. Totally cool.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's what they're going to brand the new Xbox as, is the Microsoft Multimedia Center, also
I think that
known
would be a
as Xbox.
smart move.
Yeah.
That'd be a smart move.
And then if Halo and Steam, like if Microsoft and Steam are working together. Oh, hello, layered tomb. Thanks for following. So that's the piece, is like, if these guys are already working together on the next Xbox, if you can play your Steam games off an Xbox,
that'd be pretty...
legitimately that'd be one of those things where I'd be like, I would consider getting an Xbox because, again, Game Pass. We've talked about that before. Tony's already been like, an Xbox, if I can get it cheap enough with Game Pass. And then, because you can play so many games with the Game Pass thing. Because a lot of their new games, that pirate one, Sea of Thieves, you could get on Game Pass day one.
Yeah.
So instead of paying $80 for the game, you're paying $15, $20 a month or whatever, playing like, all those things.
A variety of games.
Well, if I can play my Steam games...
Plus
with no
those.
problems, because it's built for the Xbox.
Yeah, I can play No Man's Sky.
I can play No Man's Sky. I can play my Microsoft games. All of a sudden it's like, I could understand buying an Xbox because it is a dedicated PC gaming box.
And then if it has all these other multimedia ways...
Yeah, sure. If I can watch, I can watch Netflix on. I can watch Netflix on anything.
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
Like I can watch Netflix almost off my watch at this point. Like. Pretty soon my toaster will just be like, oh, you were on this episode of, House on Haunted Hill or whatever. Like, would you like to keep watching? Yes?
Yes.
Sure, why not?
Toaster with a screen.
Yeah. Toaster with a screen. Well, but if you think about it, there's mirrors with things built into them. It's like, oh, what's the weather now? Blook. And you're like, oh, thanks.
Thank you.
So, yeah, I feel like, the next Xbox is definitely going to be more centered on...
Because right now they're not
connecting your computer to your... They're not. They've got no exclusive games that that anybody cares about.
Sea of Thieves didn't do great.
Nope. Because, again, not enough people own Xboxes. Yeah. It also came out on the PC, so anybody who owns a computer can play Sea of Thieves.
Yeah.
Legitimately, like, I've always liked consoles because you didn't have to update them.
Yep.
So if that's what the next Xbox is essentially like your gaming hub, your multimedia hub. You can play anything off your computer onto this thing. Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Great.
That's going to be a much... Like, that's going to push me to go, like... Yeah, I could buy an Xbox.
I could buy an Xbox.
Like, I can see myself putting the money in to do that.
Yeah.
Because I play my Switch a lot. I play my PlayStation a lot. I play on my computer a lot. Thinking about an Xbox, it's like, what would I have on there that would make me want to spend that kind of money?
Exactly.
And that's always the big question is, like, even with the PlayStation 4, I'm like, God of War sounds great, but I'm not buying a console just for God of War.
Yeah.
I'm not buying it just for Uncharted. So, like, there's 2 games I'm going to play. Okay, Spider-Man comes out. Now there's 3 or 4. Like, I look at the back catalog, and it's like, hey, there's about 5 games that I'm down with.
To get.
It'll play Blu-rays, and I needed a new Blu-ray player, so that's cool. So it's like, okay, we're getting into that zone of, like, it's affordable. Then I remembered I could play all the sports games that I couldn't on my Switch, because I was kind of waiting for the Switch to get sports games, and that fell through because EA decided that they weren't going to support the Switch.
Yeah.
Because EA's EA. And I complain about them, but I still just buy 8 billion of their games, because they're still... They still make some decent games, or they have the right companies making decent games. Yeah. So yeah, there you go. Also, short bit of news: Anthem did get another update for loot drops and all that stuff. They are going to start tweaking that and monitoring that and adding more stuff. So, if you're an Anthem player, they are slowly but surely trying to fix that game.
Get this fixed.
Again, our opinion on that one is very much a if you play it really casually.
It's okay.
It's good.
It takes time,
Like, the action's fun. You know, like, I played through it, and then we caught you up to me, or I caught up to you, and then we were okay, and then we went and played with Chris, so we caught him up. So really, like, we just keep recycling the first bits of the story, and it's like, we haven't reached that end point to where everybody's like, I'm not getting fun loot drops, and it's like,
we're not there yet.
I don't know. What's Endgame?
Yeah.
So.
Which leads us into our next topic.
I didn't even mean to do that. Good job. Another Avengers 4 trailer dropped at the beginning of this week. So we got James Gunn news. We got Endgame news. Like,
it's great.
Wowee Marvel news.
What?
This one does a lot of flashbacking.
Yes.
With a red tint to everything.
Red tint. So. Everything that could possibly be red in the original footage.
Yes.
Is the only color.
They saw the picture that I just currently put up in my living room. Again, Marvel's watching me.
Marvel's watching Nick.
So I did. I just put a picture up in my living room that is a
trolley.
red trolley, and everything else is black and white except the red on the trolley. So they did. Everything that can be red is red. Everything else is black and white. I feel like there's a sign in there somewhere, or it's legitimately there for people to go, there's a sign.
There's a sign.
We must investigate. And then people are going to spend the next, 40 days going like, okay, all the red parts are the gloves, cape, what does it spell?
Yeah, Tony's shirt.
Yeah, must find the code.
Yeah.
Must crack code before movie comes out. I will know the ultimate ending before it all happens. We do get a couple spoilers. There's some new suits that they're walking through with. As they're walking through with the new suits, Tony's there with them.
So is Nebula.
And so is Nebula. Yeah. So clearly they survive space. Who would have thought Robert Downey Jr. doesn't die in the first 5 seconds of the film?
But wait, this could be a lie, right?
It could be a lie. Everything could be a lie. They could have CG'd him in.
They could have just filmed the scene with all them walking in white suits together for no reason.
Yeah, they could have. Because they did that to us in the first one where they showed everybody, like, running in Wakanda, and it's like, that wasn't in the movie.
No, that didn't happen. We're on to you, Marvel.
Again, I trust nothing that you guys show me for these movies, and I'm totally okay with it. Yeah, I know. You just love causing trouble, don't you? Nope. Do not move.
I'm not moving.
Not you. The dog. So... we saw that. We saw, obviously, Captain Marvel with Thor.
Yeah.
Everybody really wants them to, like, make out now. Legitimately, I just want to see them on set together. Yeah. Everybody was really stoked about seeing Captain Marvel flying with, like, Iron Man. Both of them, like, pew, 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 pew. Everybody's now like, oh, we forgot Thor.
Yeah, you can fly there, too, and go zap, zap, zap,
well, really, like, if you think of... the last movie when he just like rolls in and starts like steamroll and everything. Everybody's like, him and Captain Marvel? Oh. So
a lot of... Oh, what was I going to say?
I don't know.
I forgot.
I'm not in your brain.
I was going to say something, but I forgot.
That's okay.
It's okay.
So legitimately we have the lovely Endgame stuff coming.
Yes.
With this too, in 4 days, Marvel does take control of Fox completely.
Yes.
So
Maybe
hopefully
they'll-
one of our end sequences is a little Baxter Building flash, or something
Something
mentioning. Chris and I have talked about it, and he's like, even if there's time travel involved, which again those flashback scenes tend
feel
to
like there's
tend to hint
time
at
travel, yeah.
or
And
again they're
then-
trying to throw red herrings at it. Red herrings because it's red.
Red herrings.
It's all fake.
It's all fake. That's what they're saying. Red herrings is everywhere.
Um,
We figured it out.
yeah, but if they do time travel or they do a dimension-y type something or other,
Yes.
at the end of the movie, one of the scenes could be like someone picking up a newspaper and it says like, mutant crisis elevated to
Yeah.
whatever threat
Or
level,
some
or
sort of
something about the Baxter Building or Reed Richards or
Reed
kid
Richards.
winning science contest by doing whatever. Like there's enough stuff that they can waggle their way
Wig,
through.
yeah.
And I know we talked about it last night while we were playing some games, and Tony was like, well, but they can't film it. Like, they don't legally own it. And it's like, they can film whatever they want.
They just can't put it under that name.
Well, no, they can legitimately, like, you and I could go film a movie.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I could just, we could go film Iron Man. We
just
just
can't
can't
make
release
money.
it and make money off of it,
Yes.
or we could get horribly, horribly sued.
Yes.
So the same thing with Disney is they could, and again, not that they're going to hire actors for stuff.
No. Yeah.
Not that they're going to have people, like, dressed in the Fantastic Four costumes. Like, that's not a good tease anyways.
No.
But they could have someone doing the Baxter Building
Yeah.
in CG as the new, like, Tony Stark's old tower or whatever.
Yeah.
And that's your last shot is, like, the four going down on the tower sort of thing.
Oh, that'd
that
be
could be
so
built.
epic.
But that could already be built in. It could already be done.
Yeah. And that would kind of leave it into the cosmic
Right.
Phase 4.
Yeah.
Right?
Well,
I
and
can
with
see
Dark
that-
Phoenix coming out, they can't do X-Men.
No.
Because then people are going to really get confused
yes,
brand-wise.
Yes. Which brings me to, like, I don't think this Dark Phoenix movie is going to be great.
Oh, no, it's going to be junk.
Yeah. It's going to be awful.
Yeah.
Like, just looking at Jennifer Lawrence's face as Mystique, she doesn't want to be there.
No. Well, they also, because she's allergic to the blue makeup and she doesn't want to wear any other blue makeup
Yeah.
now, they've CG'd. Like, she just walks around as Jennifer Lawrence and they paste
CG
over
everything.
blue.
Yeah.
It's like, here's just the blue filter over Jennifer Lawrence now.
Yeah.
She just gets a blue filter.
Just like the genie.
Yeah. Ugh. That movie, the
The
parts where
second
Will
trailer
Smith
was
is not
better.
blue, he's
Yes,
good.
he
It's
was
the
really
blue
good.
part that's gets. Will Smith, I knew was going to be good. I said that
Yes.
before. Legitimately, it's him being blue and them. I showed you that picture from the God of War
Yeah.
artist, and all they did was stretch the chin out.
Yeah.
He had more of a square chin,
Just like the cartoon.
just like the cartoon, and that fixed all those problems. And then
Thanks
when
a
he
lot.
does go back to human, it can fit that
Yeah.
because he's supposed to look
human. Yeah.
The jokes were good
I
in that
remember
one.
what I was
Go
going to
for
say.
it.
A lot of footage of Hawkeye / Ronin.
Ronan, yep.
Yes.
Mhm,
So-
mhm. him and they're hinting at like him and Black Widow having
Yeah.
something going on.
He's teaching a kid.
Yeah,
Archery.
his kid's gonna get dusted in that scene. I guarantee you anything
Yes.
because that's his daughter.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
he had hair.
Yeah, no, that
Like
that girl gonna die. And then a bit of a weird one for me is this. So I'm gonna enter spoiler territory. We did see Captain Marvel. And the end credit scene has to do with the pager.
Yes.
So if you haven't seen Captain Marvel or you don't want spoilers, this is pretty much the end of the show. So go away for 10 minutes and come back for the post-credit.
Yes.
Okay. Either way, the post scene to one of the post scenes to Captain Marvel is the pager. Pager shuts off,
Yeah.
and Captain America's all like, "Get it back
Get it
on."
back up. We got to send the signal.
He's still bearded in that scene.
Yes.
There's still Avengers 3 ready.
Yeah.
The beard and the like everybody's like, "Oh, this thing's it hasn't been that long."
yet.
And she shows up. And now in all the trailers, like Captain
He's
America's
clean
clean
shaved.
shaven and all that stuff. So how long has Captain Marvel now been back on Earth is my big question. So that scene with Thor, I'm assuming, is relatively new. Or like old in terms of the movie. Like
Yes.
he's like, "Oh, who is this chick that showed up?" And then does his thing where, "Oh, okay, I like her."
Yeah.
I don't know how long this movie's supposed to span.
You can shave pretty quick.
You can shave quickly, But also, Black Widow's hair grows to the
and
point
it
where
goes
it's
back
long.
to red.
She goes back to red,
Back to
and
red.
then she's like tying it up in little braids or
Yeah.
whatever it is. There's a lot of things going down, and I'm just like, how long is the time between this movie and that movie and this and that supposed to be?
Exactly. Well,
How
then there
long
comes again to like timeline. Like,
Sure.
is there time travel again?
Sure.
Is that not? Oh, he shaved. Is it? Oh, he hasn't grown the beard yet.
Oh.
That's what I was actually thinking of. Like this thing. I was like, how many things does this movie have to go through, and how long is this gonna be? And I think I came down like there has to be 7 things that they need to like talk about or something. Like they need to first like find Tony and Nebula.
They find Tony Nebula.
Or figure this thing out with Ant-Man.
Ant-Man lost in the quantum realm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Get everyone back from being dusted.
Yep.
Then defeat Thanos.
Yep.
Then kind of set up for like phase 4.
Yep.
Kind of thing.
Yeah.
Maybe 5.
Well, no, phase 4. They got to set up for phase 4
Yeah.
because that's the next phase. And they're going like less phasey for the next ones.
Yeah.
Like they've said it's not going to be like bookended. They're still going to have big events that we're going to consider like, okay, this is the end of phase
this
4.
chapter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
like a lot of things have to happen in this movie.
a lot of things have to happen. Someone even online is like, this better be 3-hour runtime. Like,
It better be.
if they say that no one wants to go see a 3-hour film, they're clearly like...
Even if they need to take 4 hours, I will sit there for like half of a
Everyone
workday.
will, and the
Yes.
only problem is theaters are going to be like, we don't want to show a 4-hour film.
Have an intermission, just like...
But it's not that, it's the money. 2-hour
if
film,
paid-
you're getting
if
more
you're paying
people
a
into...
normal ticket,
Yeah.
you can't show as many showings.
Right. So
I
theaters
see.
go all pissy on it. But still, you know that you're going to get how many people going?
Exactly.
More than one. Someone's coming out to get more food because it's a 4-hour thing, and you're just like... Oh, no, I'm out of popcorn.
I'll buy 2 popcorns next time.
Yeah. And let's face it, that's where theaters are making their
Oh,
revenue.
yeah,
When
that's where they make all their money.
Ticket sales are down. Yeah, but again, your popcorn's $30.
The popcorn's more than the ticket.
Yeah. Like, way more. And I know how much popcorn costs. I pop it myself at my house.
It's so easy.
And you have a giant machine that does it for you. That giant machine, I also know, is about $300-$400. Because you can buy one for, like, a place.
You can buy a $50 one that's...
I can buy, yeah, like the one I have in my house is $100 one. I know
Yeah.
the bigger ones for like, and again, those ones in the movie theater are really, really large. So maybe they're $1,000 a piece, but you're charging me $30 a thing of popcorn. The popcorn you're putting in there's costing you 10 cents.
Yeah.
Then you're charging me for butter, so don't tell me.
Which is another 15 cents
I
or
don't know. I
something?
put the
don't know.
fake stuff on top.
It's just as good.
Ugh. It's all bad for you.
Yeah. It's
Like people who are like, that stuff's like all chemical, and it's like,
butter.
and like butter's just like all fat. So really,
Yeah.
I'll take chemicals in my body. That's cool.
Yeah.
I'm already taking enough of them. Like,
Exactly,
if you
right.
think that that's the thing that's gonna kill me, let me tell you.
Tell you. I've exposed myself to worse
Yeah, I've exposed
things.
myself to way worse. Either way,
Anyways.
that's the news. I'm excited
news.
for Endgame. I trust none of this trailer at all.
April 26th. April 26th. April 26th.
2 days after my birthday.
Woo! And we can't even buy him a movie ticket because he has all the free movie tickets.
I'm the one
he
who
needs.
buys the tickets. I am the one with the movies.
I'll buy you popcorn.
You can buy. But then I don't get my free movie rental. Life's hard.
I'll
man.
buy you a free movie rental too then.
Life's hard. I want all the points and free thing.
He
With
doesn't want
that,
the Squirtle amiibo.
I have so many of those things now. I don't know. Like, all of my amiibos are even just in a bag. I feel bad for my amiibos because it's like they do nothing now. And
Imagine
just-
Toy Story. If Toy Story was real.
yeah,
what
they'd
they would
just
do,
be in,
you
I
know.
know. They're like, why does it just leave us in this bag?
Anyways.
Either who, I'd notice though if Toy Story were real because those toys are never in the same place ever. Like Woody collapsed in the dumbest places
Yeah.
all the time.
He
He's
just
like
collapsed.
he went from on top of the bed to all of a sudden he's like on the desk, and it's like, even as a kid I'd be like,
I didn't put that there. Maybe yours
I
are just
never put
smarter
something
than Woody.
maybe my toys were just that much more
So look,
intelligent.
Kirby's watching us. He's like, Brian's figuring us out. Gotta hide behind these a little more. Wow! Hi! Nick's touching me. This is the greatest moment of my life.
And back there for another 6 years.
It was worth it.
Yeah.
I love you.
Totally worth it. Bye, Kirby. Uh-oh.
Now he's just ruined his own shelf.
Yeah. See, I already have a Squirtle amiibo.
That's not an amiibo. It's just a plastic Squirtle.
That's all an amiibo is.
It has a chip in it.
I could buy an NFC chip for 5 cents and like super glue it to his butt if you'd like. Either way, thanks for watching the newscast. That's all we're talking about today. Stay tuned for the post-credit show where we talk about games we've played, movies we've watched, and other assorted nerd junk we have done. Stay tuned and we will catch you then. Bye, everybody.